When you pull into a California filling station for gas, you're now charged a state fuel tax of 59.6 cents a gallon, the highest such tax in the country. That means if you fill up a 12-gallon tank, you'll pay more than $7 and a bit of change to cover the gas tax. Like other states, California uses the billions raised from the gas tax to pay for freeway and highway maintenance and lots of serious and unending road repair. But the century-old gas tax system that pays for all of this is facing a reckoning. New vehicles are ever more fuel efficient, meaning less revenue is raised by taxing the gas they consume. Then there's the growing number of electric vehicles on the roads. Their owners, of course, don't pay a fuel tax because the cars and trucks don't use gas. Transportation analysts like Stuart Cohen say that makes California's gas tax unsustainable and the need to find an alternative urgent.
We're seeing those revenues decline. We're not going to have money to repair our roads. We're not going to have money for the transit systems. And so it feels inevitable that we need a new funding source, and it feels fair that that funding source would be a road charge.
So what's a road charge? Well, the central idea is pretty simple. Instead of paying a tax at the pump like they do now, motorists instead would be charged for the distances they travel. The more miles covered, the higher the fee, or charge, or tax. In a sense, it would turn the use of California's roads into a kind of public utility, like paying for natural gas, or water, or electricity. California has been studying the road charge idea for years, and it's about to launch a new pilot project with 800 volunteer motorists across the state. Participating drivers will pay a monthly road charge for 6 months, with the number of miles they drive recorded with an electronic device or by the drivers taking photos of their odometers. If it works, California might say goodbye to its gas tax and adopt a road charge for millions of motorists. Transportation analysts of different political stripes generally like the idea of a road charge. Robert Poole is of the Reason Foundation, a free market think tank.
It's neutral to whatever form of propulsion of vehicles we have, for the next 100 years. No matter what it is, whether steam cars come back or whatever, you pay independent of how you are propelling the vehicle. You pay based on how much you drive. And it's much more like the original concept of the gas tax as a utility bill.
But it's easy to find Californians who are deeply suspicious of being taxed for the miles they drive instead of the gas they burn. Just visit any weekend gathering of classic car enthusiasts in the state, and you'll hear an earful of complaints and concerns.
I just don't trust them.
You just don't trust the state?
No, have you ever seen them do anything that they said they're going to do properly?
I just think we already get taxed enough.
But what if they got rid of the gas tax and instead you would pay like for every mile you drove?
No, man, I drive a lot.
They're going to know everywhere that I go.
Yeah.
At what time of day,
Yep.
my habits. That's Big Brother in the driver's seat of my car.
I wanted to talk to Caltrans, the state's Department of Transportation, about the pros and cons of the road charge idea and its testing program, both for this video and my public radio show. After first agreeing to an interview, though, it then declined. But if a road charge is ever going to replace the gas tax, plenty of questions need to be answered. Like, how will driver privacy be protected so just miles traveled are logged and not locations? Will revenue raised just go to road-related work, or could it be used for other things, like fighting climate change and public transportation? And maybe the biggest questions of all, how much will be charged per mile driven, and should that amount change depending on the driver's income or particular hardships? A coalition of progressive transportation and environmental advocates, which includes Stuart Cohen, have already sketched out some early recommendations on road charge amounts.
The general concept is this might be about 2 cents a mile for regular folks, and then we'd like to see it be at least half for the very lowest income households in California.
So a penny a mile, essentially.
Yeah.
That's the slogan, in a sense.
Yeah.
As it continues to study shifting away from a gas tax to a road charge, California does face a kind of deadline. The state wants to ban the sale of all new gas-powered cars by the year 2035, meaning a road charge system will likely have to be up and running way before then. I'm Saul Gonzalez.